So firstly, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me. So my first question for you today is, I'd like to ask you to briefly summarize what you found out while working on this new paper. So what are the three most important takeaway points that you want your readers to remember when they read the paper?
All right. Thank you. So in our study, we scrutinize the responsiveness of financial stress or stability to oil market shocks. So we decompose oil market shock into demand shock, supply shock, and risk shock. So we see that in demand shock, most of the MENA countries, those who are exporting oil, are benefited. Then in the supply shock, sometimes it's increase or augment the financial stress, and the risk shock is always some kind of a negative shocks is giving to the financial stability of MENA countries. So, but we also find some new findings that this responsiveness, it takes time horizon, particularly this shocks or the responsiveness is more pronounced in longer memory, like quarterly memories. Because of this, it takes time to penetrate the shocks from the financial from oil market to financial market.
Brilliant, thank you. So that's great to hear a little summary of what you've been working on. So I want to now expand out a little bit and ask you your findings from this research. Why are they important today, and how do they fit into the broader questions and discussions around this particular topic?
Well, the financial market enter into the extraordinary fluctuations, and every time something happening financial market, like inflation, and some peoples are benefited and some peoples are losers. So purchasing power, let's say the lower segment of the society, their purchasing power is going down, where the hands of fews, they are benefited. So there is a question about the social justice, and that is coming from the financial market, so it has to be addressed.
Fantastic, that's really useful to see how it fits in. I guess now, based on the first two answers, I'd like to ask you what next? So what should researchers focusing on this area look to next time round?
So in our study, there are some limitations since we have taken all the MENA countries individually. So these countries are heterogeneous. Let's say Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, and while Egypt is different. So we should take a single country in one single paper to understand how the policy works. And we also should apply the time frequency analysis to detect a very particular time when the financial crisis or the stress is high and low, and how the central banks is taking policy to absorb these shocks. Thank you very much.